I'm Dr. Jim Waisman, a breast cancer medical oncologist here at the City of Hope. Welcome. We are thrilled to host this year's Metastatic Breast Cancer Conference sponsored by Susan G. Komen. For me personally, this is the fourth year I've been asked and felt privileged and honored to participate in this conference with patients and their families and friends. If you have metastatic breast cancer, or you're a family member with someone with metastatic breast cancer, I frankly see two primary motivations. One, to feel the support of those like you who are here to have a chance to have conversations with those people, to share stories as if in the trenches with a colleague. Second, you of course want answers to questions. How do I get better? If I'm not feeling well, how do I feel the way I want to feel? How do I understand the future, my future, so that my road is long and successful over years, if not decades? I see our job as oncologists as helping you with answers. But in this sophisticated and complex world of the internet, with multiple physicians seeing you, we want to help you formulate the right questions so you get the right answers with the right data. At this meeting, we want to help you understand what a consultant needs from the data provided to get your questions answered. How does this get analyzed? How do we look at a chart? How do we understand tissue? All those things that you need to understand. You've all heard about treatment summaries and care plans. There are many, many good examples provided by organizations. At this meeting, I'm going to come with one of my own patients. She and I have spent some time putting together her treatment summary, her plan, and we're going to have a little bit of a dialogue with you about what that roadmap looks like for her and how that has been successful for her over many years. My colleagues, Nikki Tank Patel and Joan Mortimer, will also be introducing specific topics. Dr. Patel will be discussing what are the requirements to get into a clinical trial. What does eligibility mean? What does ineligibility mean? What does it mean to look at tissue? What has to be reviewed by imaging? What is follow-up? What are the side effects of treatment? What's a phase 1 trial? What's a phase 2 trial? How do they differ? Dr. Mortimer will be focusing on the important things we look for on your imaging. What is a PET scan? What is a CAT scan? How are they different? What is a bone scan? What is an MRI? What parts of the body do we use for each of those tests? How are they analyzed and how are they used in a clinical trial? I'm going to focus on your treatment. When was it given? Was it effective? How long did it last? What were the side effects? What does a remission look like? What does stable disease look like? And of course, what does progressive disease look like? And using that analysis, how would I look at your studies and say this person is eligible for a clinical trial? Lastly, we want to focus on your pathology. What is the difference between a slide and a tissue block? It's always amazing to me. I've asked this question every year, how patients don't exactly recall when their biopsy was, when their tumor was originally treated in the breast, where their hospital records are, things like that. Because sometimes over many, many years, we move, we change doctors, we change places that we live in, and care changes. And gathering all that data is not always so easy. Of course, we want to know about your estrogen receptor, your progesterone receptor, and your HER2/neu. And we want to know if these receptors have changed. Did you get your metastatic site biopsied? Did the estrogen receptor go from positive to negative or negative to positive? Did the HER2/neu go from negative to positive or positive to negative. That has major implications for treatment. In fact, was your tissue kept? Was it discarded? Was it saved in a special setting? Or was it used up by other research or clinical requirements? What are the limitations of testing the bone? And of course, what do complex issues like HER2 equivocal mean, and how does that affect your treatment? All of this data is kept often now in an electronic medical record. It's not uncommon for me to see patients with 500 pages of data, sometimes redundant, sometimes buried, relevant aspects within the depths of the chart. It's a challenge for physicians to pull that all together. We need to collaborate. We need to work together so that your roadmap is interpretable by you and by us. Some of you have been on a long journey, and your record and that map will be long. Some of you, it's been short, and you have a crisis, and you have a level of urgency. We want to address all of your needs as best as possible today. At the end of the day, this is a collaboration between you and your oncologist, and today between you and me. And it is about you. It is about the road that you're on with family and friends, a road that we would like to think of filled with hope and better answers. And the way we get there, we believe, is to help you frame these questions that will help you understand your disease in a better way. Thank you so much for being here.